The fourth quarter starts September 1. Why does that matter? And it doesn't make sense. The fourth quarter starts September 1. I thought the fourth quarter started October 1. Well, here's the way I look at it. We just had this conversation with our team this week during our team meeting, and this holds true for not just real estate, but anybody who's trying to achieve goals here before the end of 2025 or before the end of a calendar year. Is come September 1st is the beginning of the fourth quarter. Kids are back in school, right? We are now transitioning from summer to fall, right? And we have 3 months essentially left to be able to help as many home buyers and sellers as we possibly can for those people to go under contract and be able to settle before the end of 2025. So, and the reason being, in a real estate world, you have, anywhere from 30 to 45 days once a property goes under contract to actually get to the settlement table. So for any of our clients that we're trying to help obtain their goals of having a real estate transaction successfully happen here in 2025, they've got to be under contract between now and essentially November, right? December 1 is the absolute last time that you can go under contract and still be able to settle here in 2025. After December 1st, then everything moves into 2026. So, to have to whether you're trying to obtain the goal of losing a certain amount of weight by the end of the year, training for a marathon and being able to complete that before the end of the year, selling real estate, achieving sales goals, whatever it might be, if you're trying to finish the year strong and obtain those goals, you gotta do it now. You gotta dig in and do everything you can to make that happen before December 1st, right? So I'm asking you, for you to achieve your goals, for you to be successful at whatever it is between now and the end of the year, is that going to take a different version of yourself, right? A different version that maybe you have to get up a little bit earlier. Maybe you have to go to bed a little bit earlier. Maybe you need to give up drinking. Maybe you need to give up sweets. Maybe it's just working a schedule and making more calls or having more conversations, right? So to achieve your goals, is that going to require a new version of you to do that? And, one thing I heard this past week is, are you interested? Are you committed? Or are you obsessed, right? If you're interested and you'd like to try to maybe have something happen here before the end of the year, well, your actions probably are not going to be at the level of somebody who is committed to achieving those goals. And it sure as hell is not going to be at the level as somebody who's obsessed with obtaining those goals. So I always think about it this time of year as we transition from summer to fall, which, at the beach town, fortunately, we still get to have a lot more summer here. But in that mindset, where, the kids are back to school, you got pants on as opposed to shorts. I guess I've kind of transitioned over to that in the office as opposed to wearing shorts every day. I've got the pants and the closed-toed shoes. But to really obtain those goals, is it going to take a new version of you? Are you interested, committed, or obsessed to achieving those goals here before the end of the year? Regardless of what the goal might be, let's get after it. Let's go September and have a great rest of your year. That's my thought for the day.